unrelated people and a family house on a secluded island.
Anthony Marson, a young guy, he likes to drive a car.
Thomas Rogers, a butler, his wife a cook.
John MacArthur, old general.
Justin Lawrence Wargraf, presently resides very smart and wise man.
Vera Elizabeth Clayphone is a young girl, came to the island at the suggestion of Mrs. Onium to be her secretary.
Philip Lombard was doing duty deeds. He came to the island at the suggestion of Isaac Morris.
Emily Brent, an elderly woman, biblically fantastic. She was 65 and she did a taprock of the modern laxity.
Edward George Armstrong, doctor from Harley Street, quiet man, has addiction to alcohol.
William Henry Blore, a retired inspector. Scott Drell, always confident in his abilities.
All of that amended by the question, why, where is the gazette here and where is the landlord?
Dina was driving too close, the food had been good, the wine perfect, everyone was in good spirits. They had begun to talk to each other with more freedom and intimacy.
Funny status, aren't they?
Niggas. Niggas silent, I suppose that they are dear.
I wonder, how many are there? 10?
Yes, 10 there.
What's fun? There are 10 little boys in the nursery rhyme, I suppose. In my bedroom, the rhyme is screaming head up.
My room too.
And mine.
It's an amusing idea, isn't it?
Remarkably childish.
Mrs. Oliver has been lucky to get servant. Woman has good cook.
Yes, I think Mrs. Owen has been very lucky indeed.
Owen? Did you say Owen?
Yes,
I've never met Owen in my life.
but surely.
Ladies and gentlemen, silence please. You are charged with the following indictments. Edward George Armstrong, on the 4th of March 1925, you caused the death of Louisa Mary Bliss. Emily Caroline Brent, on the 5th November 1931, were responsible for the death of Beatrice Taylor. William Henry Bloor, you brought about the death of James Stephen Lander on October 10, 1928. Vera Elizabeth Clayton, on the 11th of August 1935, you killed Cyril Jibley Hamilton. Philip Lombard, in February 1932, you were guilty of the death of 21 members of an East African tribe. John Gordon MacArthur, on the 4th of January 1917, you sent your vice lover to his death. Anthony John Larson, on the 14th of November last, you killed John and Lucy Combes. Lawrence John Wargrave, on the 10th of June 1932, you were guilty of the murder of Edward Seton. Thomas Rogers and Ethel Rogers, on the 6th of May 1929, you brought about the death of Jacob Brady. Have you anything to say in your defense?
It's nothing, she's fainting. She'll be around in a minute.
Rogers, get some brandy.
Yes, sir. Who was that speaking? Where was he? It sounded.
What's going on here? What kind of the practical joke was that?
That voice, it sounded as though it were in the room.
Who was it? It wasn't one of us.
Ah, here we are.
A disgraceful and heartless practical joke, I suppose.
So you think it's a joke, do you?
What else it could it be?
At the moment I'm not prepared to give an opinion.
Look here, there is one thing you forgot. Who the devil turned the Simon?
Yes, I think we must incline to that. Who put that record on the gramophone? Was it you, Rogers?
I didn't know what it was. Before God, I didn't know what it was, so if I had, I'd never have done it.
That is probably true, but I think you'd better explain.
I was just being honest, so that's all.
Who's the others?
Mr. Owens.
Let me get this quite clear, Mr. Ardeswell. What exactly?
I was to put a record on the gramophone. I'd find the record in the drawer, and my wife was to start the gramophone when I'd gone in the drawing room with the coffee tray.
A very remarkable story.
It's the truth, sir. I thought it was just a piece of music.
Was there a title in it?
Quite right, sir. It was a tiny different song.
The whole thing is preposterous. Preposterous. Slinging accusation about like this. Something must be done about it. This fellow Owen, whoever he is...
What just it? Who is he?
That's what we must go into very carefully. Who is this Mr. Owen?
I can say so. You see, I've never seen him.
You've never seen him? What do you mean?
We were here just under a week. We were engaged by a native through an agency, the Regina Agency in Plymouth.
Old established firm.
We were to arrive on a certain day. We did. Everything was in order here. There plenty of food and everything very nice. Just needed dusting. Then we get the instructions of Mr. Owens by letter. It said he and Mrs. Owens were detained and we should to prepare the rooms for a house party, for dinner and coffee, and putting it on the gramophone record.
Surely you got the letter.
Oh yes, sir, I've got it here.
Editor, it's Hartle and typewritten.
If you'll just let me have a look.
Coronation machine, quite new, no defect. And zinc paper, the most widely used make. You won't get anything out of that. Maybe fingerprints, but I doubt.
There is something very peculiar about all this. I received a letter with from a signature that was not very easy to read. I purported to be from a woman at a certain summer 2 or 3 years ago. I took the name Oliver or Ogden. I'm acquainted Oliver or Ogden.
I has offered a job as a secretary.
What a wife, from a pal of mine. Badger breakfast surprised me. I had an idea to come to Norway. Told me to roll up here.
I'm a student professional. A colleague of mine was mentioned in the letter.
Got a letter from this fellow Owen. Mentioned some old fellows of mine who there to be here. Excuse hoped I'd informal invitation.
Letter?
Haven't kept the letter, I'm afraid.
Just now, we had somewhat disturbing experience. The boy spoke to us all by name, but as far as we know, there is no one named boy amongst us. The name of Mr. Davis was not mentioned. What have you to say about that, Mr. Davis?
Get out of the bag, it seems. It's better admit that my name isn't Davis.
You're William Henry Bloor?
That's right.
Not only are you here under a false name, Mr. Bloor, but in addition, I've noticed in the ceilings that you are first-class liar. You claim to have come from Nedal, South Africa. I know Nedal and know South Africa, and I'm prepared to swear that you have never set foot in South Africa in your life.
Now then, you swine, any explanation?
You gentlemen have got me wrong. I'm an ex-CID man and you can see that. I have my credentials. I ran out of the detective agency in Plymouth. I was put on this job.
By whom?
Mr. Owen. And Closer had some money and instructed as what he wanted done. I came on this party posing as a guest. I was given all your names.
Any reason given?
Mrs. Owen jewels, Mrs. Owen my food. I don't believe that any such person.
You and Owen, it means unknown.
But this is fantastic matter.
Yes, I have no doubt in my own mind that we have been invited here by a madman. And I should admit he knows some facts about our lives.
Nonsense.
Our unknown friend accuses me to the murder of Edward Seton on the June of 1930. I remember Seton perfectly well. He came up before me for the murder of an elderly woman. He made a good impression on the jury in the witness box, but on the evidence he was certainly guilty. I did my duty and nothing more.
I'd like to tell you about that child, Cyril Hamilton. I was nursery governess to him. He was forbidden to swim out far. I swam after him. I can't get there in time. It was awful, but it wasn't my fault. It's not fair, not fair.
There, my dear. Of course it's not true. Fellows, a madman. He said about other Richmond. Richmond was one of my officers. I sent him on consciousness. He was killed. Natural cause of events in wartime.
About those natives.
What about them?
The story is quite true. I left them. Matter of self-preservation. We were lost in the bush. I, a couple of fellows, took what food there was and cleared out.
You abandoned your men, left them to starve?
Self-preservation is man's first duty. And natives don't mind dying, you know. They don't feel about it us, Europeans do.
You left them to die?
I left them to die.
I've just been thinking John and Lucy comes. I have been with a couple of kids. I ran near overcame beastly bad luck.
For them or for you?
I was thinking for me, but of course you are right, ma'am. It was bad luck on them. Of course, a pure accident.
Speeding all wrong. Young men like you are danger to the community.
Speaks come to say, well, anyway, wasn't my fault. Just an accident.
If I might just say a word, sir.
Go ahead, Rogers.
There was a mention, sir, of me and Mrs. Rogers, and of Miss Brady. There isn't a word of truth in it, sir. We were with Miss Brady till she died. She was in poor health, sir. That night, the night she was taking bed. There was a storm, sir. We couldn't get the doctor to her. Telephone was out of order. I went to him, sir, on foot, but he got there too late. We do everything possible for her, sir.
What about you, Mr. Blood?
What about me?
Your name was not really in the name list.
Landry. It was a bad
Oh, I remember. It didn't come before me, but I remember the case. You were the police on this time.
I was.
Lander got a panel and died in German last past. He was a delicate man.
He was a crook. It was he who knocked at night watchman. It's all.
You were completed, I think, of your able heading on the case.
I got my promotion. I was only doing my duty.
What a duty lawyer, law-abiding, what we all seem to be, myself excepted. What about you, doctor, and your little professional mistake? Illegal operation, isn't it?
Drunk? That what it was drunk, and I operated. Nerves all to pieces, hand shaking. I killed her, all right. Poor dear elderly woman, simple job if I'd been sober. Lucky for me, there is loyalty in our profession. But who could know about it after all these years?
Are you waiting for me to say something? I have nothing to say.
Nothing, Miss Brent.
I have always acted in and acquainted. I wish to reproach myself.
How do you communicate with the mail lady?
Fresnel could, sir. He comes over every morning. He brings the milk, the bread, the post, and takes the orders.
So I think it would be perfect if we all left tomorrow as soon as Narcot's boats arrive.
Out to fury. I was a mystery before we go. All thing life and detective story. Positive story.
Went out to line. This rhyme has fascinated me as a child of 2. From an early age I knew very strong the lust to kill. But side by side it comes with a sense of justice. That's why I became a judge. But last years I have wanted to commit a murder myself, and it must be out of normal murder, and innocent must not suffer. I gathered these unpunished people here, on Nichols Island. They all are found guilty and sentenced to the death by me. The order of death upon the island can be subjected me to the special thought and care. Those who guilty was the lightest I decided passed out first, not to suffer the prolonged mental strain and fear that more cold-blooded offenders were to suffer. Anthony Marson and Mrs. Rogers died first, the one instantaneously and the other in a peaceful sleep. Marson, I recognized, was born a time then without that feeling of moral responsibility which most of us have. He was a moral pagan. Mrs. Rogers, I have no doubt, had acted very largely by influence of her husband. for leaving the chairs very carefully. But everything was successful. I killed Lotus on the morning when he was chopping the sticks for the fire. He didn't hear me, too. I slipped my last dose of the girl into Mrs. Brand's coffee when I was refilling her cup. Left her in the dining room. It was easy to inject the cyanide into her. It was when I intimated to Armstrong that we must set up my death. Gullible fellow. When my plan worked perfectly, I took him up behind the house and pushed him into the heavy sea. And now came the moment that I had anticipated. 3 people who were so frantic of each other that everything must happen, and one of them had a revolver. I watched them from my window, and when Lord came up alone, I got the big marble clock ready. And then I saw Vera shoot Lombard. A daring and resourceful young woman. I always thought she was a match for him, and even more. As soon as it happened, I set the stage in her bedroom. It was an interesting psychology experiment. Would her consciousness of her own gown cause her to take her life? And she understood. The justice has been never raised into such level before that. Without full caps and guns, without corrupt, deceitful lawyers. It is Alpha and Omega of truth, and she understood it. Vera. And she carried out my sentence by herself. It means I am chosen one, and I was right. And now, when my duty is done and the justice is cleansed of weaknesses triumphant, I will prefer the deed that's possible to do only for the greatest judge, because the greatness of a judge is to punish himself.